So today we're at the Blackball track. We've just come up and that is basically the view that we've gotten from the top. Took us about 20 minutes of walking. So if you want to do this, you go up the end of Blackball, up the main road past the Hilton, and you just keep going. So I'll go back down again. I've been looking for mushrooms, no sign of them. I think it's too dry here actually for them. I managed to find a couple of dead fungi, but nothing major. When we get to the bottom, I will show you some old mining relics that have been left there from the old days. Barry's already gone ahead of me because he's a lot faster than me. It's been quite popular today. There was another group that came up just after us and a couple of people that went up just before us. If you've got kids, this is pretty kid friendly. There's no steps. I don't think you're allowed dogs. I think there was a Kiwi sign at the beginning from Doc. So if you have a dog, you can't really take this up here. About to go through a nice quiet little bush here. Lots of native growth in here, which is nice. Here's one of two tree stumps that we saw on the way up that have fallen over. It's lucky it didn't go downwards instead of up. That's a good one. Not sure what type of tree that is though. You can see the roots where it's come out. Lots of moss and stuff growing on the trees. See, it's quite steep down there. Another little one that's fallen over there. Here's the second tree stump that I saw on the way up that's fallen over. That tree's not that big. You can see that one there. This is a pretty good walk. It's mostly uphill. And we've got a really nice dry autumn day as well. So we haven't had a lot of rain here on the west coast lately. Kind of in bits and pieces. But overall it's been quite a dry autumn. For us, you can see water coming down from the mountains there, dribbling. Now we did also see a couple of springs on the way up too. Natural water springs. Some more nice native bush. If you've got kids, you've got a pram or anything, it's probably going to take a bit of effort walking up here. So if you're more fitter than I am, you might be alright. Now sometimes in the autumn we get the little blue mushrooms. If you want to see them, the Arnold River Valley Dam has quite a few of those there. I think last time we went was May, April, May, and we found a few there as well. Nice quiet walk so far. Probably about halfway down the track at this point. Make sure you wear good footgear when you're coming up here. I wouldn't suggest sandals or jandals because you get stones caught in them. Like I've got these. That's pretty good for me. Coming up to a view here. See out over the bush and the path down there. It's pretty good. It's getting a lot drier down here. I would expect today's temperatures to be probably around 16, 17. So pretty warm. We had sweatshirts on over our t-shirts as we were walking on the way up, and we had to take them off because it was so warm. You can hear birds, which is nice. And when we were coming up here, we had some fantails following us, some peewokwokas. Very curious at people. A little natural spring down there, if you can just see that. It was going earlier, but as I said, it's been a bit dry here on the west coast. So we're probably about 3/4 of the way down now. See a little bit of native forest in there. Really nice and quiet. So we're nearly at the bottom, and when we get there I will show you some of the old mining equipment that we found, so I'll see you there. At the bottom, this, from the look of it, I think used to be some sort of an old dam, and I'm not sure how old it is, but they probably used it back when they were doing coal mining here. If you've ever been to Northland, in the North Island, Matakoe Museum has almost like a replica there that's very similar to when they used to do gum digging. So here we are coming up to the bottom. Now you can start to see the caves over there, and there's a big like funnel there. The only other one I've ever seen, and I'm sure there's plenty around New Zealand, but I've seen another one at Brunner Mine, which is also on the west coast, just outside of Dobson. So I'll just go into there. Sign that says mine track. Some caves up there. I'm not sure what they were used for. Maybe rocks used to come down, who knows. I can imagine how dark that probably used to be back in the day. Some old rusty equipment. Old water spinning wheel. I can see why they've got this whole area fenced off. Old concrete structures. So quiet out here. I can imagine that back in the day it was very noisy and dangerous. The roof looks a bit sagging. So that's basically the walk. Hope you enjoyed that. See you later.